Hello everybody, this is JP3 here, and get ready, you are about to watch my Halo Reach Revenge Tour. Each level, all 9 in the Reach campaign. Deathless, no skips, no exploits, no reverts, no restarts. We are kicking ass and taking names and taking back our dignity from all those troll deaths during my single segment, full game, deathless attempts. We're going to start, of course, with Winter Contingency, the first mission in the Halo Reach campaign. So sit back, grab a cold one, and get ready for some pain delivered for once. So if you haven't already checked in the description below, your goal in order to win a JP3 Reach Revenge Tour Halo 5 Guardians Gold REQ 3-pack or $10 Amazon gift card is to count the exact number of plasma pistols I pick up during my entire time in Winter Contingency.
Attempts are likely, so keep your distance.
Yes, sir.
Let's stay focused. Watch your sectors.
There's the communications outpost.
Leaving a distress beacon.
So as you can probably imagine, this is an unskippable cutscene. Not even technically a cutscene. I mean, we are kind of truly in the game engine. We're just tied to this Falcon to start out. That's fine. That's okay. We won't be tied down for long.
June, I want your eyes in the sky. Sir. Let's go, 6.
So this is a special route that I developed specifically to be able to melee kill this elite. Hate to give it away. I shouldn't say what I developed things for. Look at that bounce. I love that bounce. But it's not enough to get the angle of pursuit on him correctly. So we shoot him to stun him, and then we stab him in the face, it looked like there.
You have permission to engage, but be selective. We don't need to telegraph a presence.
I debated on whether to incorporate this jump into the run for fear that it might look like I'm skipping something, but I'm not. All I'm doing is skipping through a house. I also debated it because I didn't want to like fail it several times after nailing the elite assassination. But I ended up getting pretty solid at running that, I think, during the deathless runs, that it wasn't a big deal. Now, I had to shoot this guy too. I wish I could one-shot him, but I can't shoot through all those textures properly, and he never quite lands in the same place, so you know, it'd be nice if I could there. Shoot out that window so I can shoot out of it later. See if I can headshot as many of these dudes, and I reloaded just the most inopportune time. It seemed like when I was playing it, doing the runs, practicing this, it seemed like it took a little bit. There was a bit of a gap for when they ran out, but I guess I just, I don't know, maybe it was because I reloaded, they came out faster, I don't know. Sounds so conspiratorial, but that wouldn't surprise me at all. Yeah, dude, forget that grenade, that ain't gonna do it. I love how these stupid skirmishers, they're supposed to be, you know, nimble, quick, you know, all that stuff that you would associate in every other game we've ever played with a weaker enemy. I mean, they're even slight in their build there, but, you know, I throw a grenade at him, I shoot him several times, Emil shotguns him, and he's still alive. What troll built this game? I swear to God. And of course, this pistol isn't going to headshot from that distance unless you're lucky. My gosh, any other Halo, that would have wiped out every one of those dudes. Now, 2 other guys died. I'm not really sure if that was from other... I guess that was other shots from my teammates, but... Gosh, reward the skill, the planning. Please, a little bit more so than just 3 kills and the pile of grunts. That's all I ask. Dude, these guys think they're so slick. I am not going to let this dude get away. No. No, no, no. I was face first with that monster. Dude, I can do that too. I can spam that weapon.
Contacts neutralized.
Contacts? It's the damn Covenant.
Cheer up, big man. This whole valley just turned into a free fire zone. Cat, we gotta warn Holland. I need you at that relay outpost now.
And look at this. I mean, this is just a giant gangbang over here. I don't even know what to do. I'm afraid that as soon as I walk up, someone's just going to immediately turn around and punch me. Or not even have to turn around to punch me. I mean, I would throw a grenade in the midst of them, but God knows that won't do anything except for piss off my teammates. Look at this. I mean, you tell me how many headshots I get on this dude. How many headshots on this MLG Pro? 2, 3, 4, 7, 9... That'll get him, I guess. That'll have to do.
Commander, I'm seeing more hostile activity to the northeast.
Camille, you're with Cat.
I thought about going back and getting ammo for the pistol, but nah. Nah. I'll make it work.
Over.
Did I say go back and get ammo for the pistol? I meant to say go get any other weapon but an empty weapon, but... Nah. No. That dude got smacked. Now, I didn't skip anything, but I didn't kill everything. Every single thing on every single map here. And that's actually going to be a full game challenge for anybody who really wants to earn the big bucks. The big bucks. If you can list every single time I left an enemy or 2 behind, there's a good reward in it for you. So here's the weapon I wanted to get. This guy gets shot in the face. And I decide, nah, it'll be quicker if I have my truck here. So I'm not going to take off running over there. At least not yet. And yeah, I left my teammates behind. They were just holding me up. I was hoping that Bob would come out, but he comes along later. I swear, in this game, the plasma pistol is better in close range than the shotgun is. It's just awesome. I think the biggest advantage it gives you is that it stumbles the enemy. How about that stick? And of course, this guy comes along to reward us for our skill. But we put him in the dirt.
Looks like we're cleared, Lieutenant.
Get this heat moving.
George, get this heat moving. It's literally driving up to get you, George. It's literally moving. as we speak. If you can hop on while it's moving, I'll give you a cookie.
Boss, showing what I can
Yeah, that's...
advise you check it out.
That was cool, except for that it didn't really run him over. I love how this idiot can run backwards and shoot accurately. And of course I run him over and, well, it doesn't really hurt him all that much because I guess I wasn't really going that fast. I don't know. It's a 3.5 ton vehicle with about a ton and a half of Spartan in it. Guess we just don't have the power. We don't have the mass, do we, Carter? I like to just go around back on these fools. And look at who shows up. Get some, dude. Get some in your face. Now this is totally unnecessary, but you know, I really wanted to get something with this shotgun. Something. It's up here all alone. But of course, it can't kill those two grunts alone. So we just pull the other noob combo out of our ass there. Look at that grenade, right in the midst of all of them. Nah, they just kind of get hurt a little bit. They get injured. It's a warning shot. If I'd have seen that grunt walking up, I totally would have came out and shotgunned him and just chained it together. Just went after all of them. But I thought they were all so far away and would take off running after I, you know, should have killed them. But, you know, the grenade sucks in terms of its ability to kill things. And so, yeah, I just came back for the tried and true. And of course, now they're all over the place. This is exactly what I wanted the shotgun for, but I wasn't going to go back and get it and bore everybody to death. You're messing up my swag, you bastards.
Boss, we're picking up.
How do I get out of this place? what's the quickest exit? Let's look around a lot for it, and then we'll find it.
The Covenant is on reach. I repeat, the Covenant is on reach. The troopers.
The troopers.
Let's move, 6. We gotta find the source of that distress call. No disrespect, but don't we have more important things?
Of course, if you guys watch any of my Deathless runs, you saw where I fought this battle many times. And surprisingly, it's probably some of the weaker moments. I don't know whether to blame myself or this garbage game engine. I mean, where does that grenade go except for right in the midst of them? I don't really know. I guess I don't know what my expectation is anymore for grenades. I mean, look at those headshots just right in the face.
Noble leader, be advised. I have visual on inbound Covenant dropships. Evac transport, keep your...
Oddly enough, earlier today, I happened to watch a little bit of my performance on CR117 in my videos on my channel, and I just happened to watch a segment of it. Kind of stumbled across it. It came up as a recommended, which I don't know why in the world your video gets recommended to you, but anyway. So I watched just a bit in that part about that water pump station, and I was just amazed at how effective. I had forgotten in Halo 3 how effective grenades and the BR is at headshots. I mean, and that part's hard. You got the Jackal snipers, the Pelican goes down, Banshee's fast and low, and then you get a bunch of brute shots. And just how effective the look at that terrible shooting. Just the effectiveness of how the grenades worked and all of that. Just it's sad, really, when you see that kind of thing and you think, boy, that was the last campaign where grenades were really truly effective. Well, you know, ODST, but you know, last Halo game engine where they were truly effective, like in the way I guess they had traditionally been. But enough talk about Halo 3. I'm right now. I just like to find a grenade. That's, you know, much less have it work properly.
LZ is clear. Move in for evac.
Affirmative. Transport inbound.
But if you're interested at all, go back and check that CR117 out. It was a pretty good performance and a really good demonstration and how well the grenades really worked in that game, especially around that pump station.
Noble 2, sit rep.
We're at the relay outpost. Doors locked.
And of course, this is another quote-unquote forced cutscene. Now, I could
I
have
dial up my torch.
tried the Falcon glitch,
Some time.
here and tried to wipe out all the enemies. Now, not skipping everything, but it's still a big giant exploit, and it's still really inconsistent for me, at least. I never quite got down, you know, that joining of Falcon Nose and Spirit Center. You know, I kept getting just bad luck on that. I don't know. Bad skill, bad luck, I'm not really sure. I've never watched someone grind to speedrun this game and watch someone miss that trick over and over and restart over and over, or if they just kind of know how to get it every time. They being like, you know, the Pedros and the Wolfies of the world, much less the old school dudes like RC Master, Naked Eli. Not really sure. Not really positive on that. But we don't need no Falcon. We don't need that at all. We got our noble team here and stuff, and grenades that don't blow up enough people when you throw it right in the center of them and stuff. We're good. We'll make it work. One of my favorite grenade sticks of all time occurs at later on in this part, so keep a close eye. Now that grenade worked the way it was supposed to. That's what I want to see. All 5 dudes around it go down. There may be another dude around it, but I'll take the Killtacular there. On Halo Reach on Legendary difficulty with 1 grenade, I'll take that every time. I wish this grenade would work better. I mean, look at it, it's right in the middle of all of them, and 2 guys, only 2 of the 4, and those are grunts. Grunt majors. They're not even grunt ultras, much less jackals or elites, you know, or brutes or anything else that would have went down with that kind of spawn trapping. Oh, and here's my reward. I get another great reward for killing an elite. It's awesome. Look at this elite go and hide in the corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Except for baby. Yeah, I really had some high hopes to do some spawn trapping there, and normally was pretty decent at that for the deathless runs, but things just got a little too hairy. Grenades weren't working. The enemies didn't come down at the spot I anticipated. I mean, you kind of got a 50-50 shot there, and I didn't know when baby was going to come out of the corner, so I bet most of you don't even get that reference. But anyway. God, this stupid troll turret on this stupid tuning fork stays so long here. Look at those Banshees fly in, and with the Banshee bomb. Now, the weirdest thing happens here almost always every time I've played this all the way through with a, you know, no death, no skip, no, you know, kill everything type run. That elite general with the sword is all over you. All over you. He is nowhere to be found, nor are the 3 Inviso Spec Ops elites that usually accompany him. I mean, they are usually right here up on top of you. It's not like I'm sitting over here hiding and being quiet. So I go back and get a fresh plasma pistol since they're not around, hoping to kind of goose them out of cover. I legitimately didn't know where they were. Or, well, I had kind of an idea where they're at. I just don't know why they're not here. There's that dude. That grunt. But I don't want grunt. I want this guy and his friends. Look at this grenade. Just a minute. Wait for it. There it is. Who the hell threw that? I'm not looking at anybody. Who threw that grenade? You robots. There he is. I think he threw that grenade. It figures the general would be robotic-like. I was hoping those invisible guys were standing right there where they normally are. That would have been an awesome swaggy kill there. Shooting that grenade in anticipation. But nope. Oh, here comes one finally. So we've got two grenades thrown at us by this general over here. He still won't come and fight us. What the hell is this dude doing? What is his goal here? I don't know. And all I'm worried about is scoping in and taking out those jackals, and then he comes over and swipes me. So, you know, you really can't do anything. I mean, it really kind of prolonged this. I was hoping to get this under 20 minutes, and I knew I could as long as I didn't get this kind of crap. I mean, what is he doing over there? He looks like he's dancing or something. So I just say, screw it. And in the midst of all that, get the stick on him. I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm so glad they didn't troll me and he robotically, I don't know, go into some sort of armor lock or evade. I mean, that's the whole reason why I overcharged him, so the grenade would actually kill him, much less so he would be stunned, and so that worked out really well. Sorry, we got to get our head shut on here. I mean, we got to get done with this. I mean, we can't be taking forever, making viewers bored and stuff. Let's get this over with now. Of course, every time I try to, that stupid thing trolls me, but it's gone. That abomination is gone. Now it's time to shine. Where are these dudes at? Get wrecked. Alright. Why didn't I think of this right now? Why didn't I think of this right now? I could have got both of them with this sword. That would have been awesome. Swaggy. Creative. Inventive. But my instinct was DMR. I've been trained over years of playing Reach for that to be the instinctual response. For some reason it meant a lot to me that Carter's lines were here, because in so many instances he won't say them, he's glitched out of saying them, and so you just get this kind of big blank spot. You guys actually got to hear them over my voice talking. So I bonked this. I don't know if, yeah, he just, I guess you can only get that if you get that. I thought I shot him and he dropped his shield immediately, and I don't know. But as soon as I see them walking down through there, I start blowing up the tanks. If they don't walk through there, I'll do some other things first. But then we take advantage of their not paying attention and get a nice little overkill there. I figured out from one of my my mini deathless runs, or was reminded again, that you can't push up, or when that guy gets deshielded, or even beforehand, he will run off, and I don't like having to face him with the other zealot at the same time. And I don't know if you knew this, but on co-op, there are 3 zealots on legendary difficulty. Maybe on all the difficulties, I'm not really sure. Maybe on all the difficulties, now that I say that. At least normal and up. Why I don't throw a grenade here, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I lost my mojo on grenades after a few of them didn't work, but then there were some that did, so now I remember how well they can work. Boom! What happened? Yep, that's what happened. That's what happens. And this is just flat out comedy gold here. I had to throw it anyway. Just total reflex there, but yeah, I overcharged him and he literally blew himself up. I don't remember the last time that happened, but God bless, it was hilarious. Just awesome to see that on film. Alright, well guys, that is Winter Contingency, and again, hopefully you kept up, hopefully you were watching, keeping a close eye. How many unique plasma pistols did I pick up during my entire time there? So I did actually happen to record the end screen there, even though we're pulling some theater. When I did play it, I recorded the end screen so I could see the stats there and show them. Well guys, that is the first level in our wonderful project here that I hope you guys will enjoy. It is truly my gift to you. Next up, Oni Sword Base. Welcome back, everybody. This is JP3 here with the second stop on our Halo Reach Revenge Tour. We are on mission number 2, or at least playable mission number 2, Oni Sword Base. One of my favorite missions to play casually in the entire series. Now, this is one that I recorded during, or I guess this one was like, I don't remember now. I think it was right before or right after I got the actual Deathless run, but it was during my running of the
attack on Sword Base.
the campaign for that purpose, and I don't think that in any way, shape, or form I mess up and think that I'm in that run or skip through anything at all. I haven't watched this in a while, so I'm actually excited to see how good or bad it is. So normally here, I would be pretty much doing the same thing I am now, except for the problem is that I really didn't do a great job of taking out those jackals early. I would say the one weakness I noticed more and more as I've watched, as I've played through these and watched them afterwards, was just my DMR skills just were never as strong as I wanted them to be. But then I thought to myself, like, you know what? I think every time I've ever played Halo Reach, I've never been 100% excited with my DMR skills. So I apologize for any missed headshots, and I think this part here is also kind of embarrassing compared to other times where I've played it much better. Like, I totally shot that dude twice. Once through that little crack, and then another, you know, when he came out, and I don't know. That I'm not ashamed of that. I mean, dude, I shot an elite ice skater twice, so I'm totally fine with that. And leave these dudes hide from the reticle once I pull the sniper rifle out. That dude got shot. There we go. I wish that headshot was rewarded so badly, given how fast these dudes run. I mean, look at that dude skating back and forth. Look at that garbage. Even before that idiot threw that grenade. But we get him, though. That dude's caught in the geometry. He got blown into the geometry. I love how he's being literally shot in the face by a Marine, but dude, that went by the wayside with Halo 3 and ODST, man. They don't give a crap about what those Marines are doing, dude. It is all about you. And I don't know if that's swaggy or not to get a fusion coil kill. I don't know. I'm going to pretend it's swaggy and be happy that it occurred.
Head for the main gate to the east. I'll brief you as you go.
Sword control, I see a target locator. Any artillery support in the area?
Limited, but we'll prioritize whatever you need, ma'am.
3 Echo 5-7, headed back to base. We've got enemy tangles on our 6. How copy?
Just come out, Wraith. I need you to go down, and I need you to be, you know, not close to your buddy there with the other Wraith. I really want that Wraith. I really missed not grabbing it when I was trying to speed up my deathless run after the first one was accomplished.
Use the target locator on that race.
Dude, where the hell? Why? Why? I didn't even, that wasn't even a headshot. Well, I guess it wasn't. I think he died from health damage, which is rare when you're shooting him in the face. Look at this guy hiding amongst the dead bodies. This Wraith is just trying so hard. Now he's calling me a robot. He's mad that I'm ice skating all around. And where did that go? Where'd the overcharge? I mean, the reticle's literally on the Wraith. Dude, you think I'm going to not get out of the same side? Yes, of course I am. Dude, you can try to kick me with that kung fu shit. You're dead. I'll see you later, pal. You are not on the gun. You stay off the gun. Cat, you go get on the gun. Don't steal my Wraith for the 18th, 100,000th time. For the 1,000th time. The Pelican is sitting on top of the Wraith, so I have to move, and so I'm going to wait for Cat. No, I'm not going to wait for Cat to get in. I'm tired of dealing with these jokers. Nobody gets the gun.
The old Farragut station has its own comms array. That should bring us back online with command.
Dude, we don't need command. We don't need command. Don't worry about command. I'm in command. Don't you love how that works now? You can't crush a ghost anymore with a boost. At least not consistently. I mean, that's disgusting. That is just disgusting. The amount of trolling these ghosts do throughout this entire run that you're going to see, again, segmented by level, but they're definitely single segment within each level. That was just a miss. But you will see more ghost trolling than you'll ever believe. I mean, I crushed that ghost, and it just kind of flipped up. I don't even think it took damage. And that was after hitting it with a mortar, or getting close to hitting it with a mortar at least. It's like a weird, great example of how this game really works. Like, if I stand back at range with a Wraith mortar, I'll have more success. But if I actually get close to him and try to crush him, well, he'll just kind of flip up, and then he'll start shooting me and damage my Wraith a lot. I think every single Wraith that I use gets damaged to the point of being like flaming it on fire because of stupid ass ghosts in each of the levels where I use the Wraith. Grab the sniper, because that's always fun to have. Requires just a little bit more, well, quite a bit more skill actually than the DMR. Alright, we're gonna try to spawn trap these dudes without getting this Wraith beat up too much. Even though it already took a little bit of a hit there with that ghost firing on us in a sustained fashion after we crushed it. There we go. Get a few more there, or just one more, that's okay. Look at these dudes spam. I love how it literally glances off the Wraith, yet somehow still causes me damage. I mean, I legitimately thought they were all dead. I mean, they usually are hopping around, or they're inside of here, or they're spamming guns at me, or cats shooting at them on the turret. I mean, several indications of their presence. Being up here, doing things that they don't want me to do. And look at this. What were they waiting on? Why? That's all I want to know. What were you going to do, man? Your best chance was like 3 minutes ago, dude.
Now let's head for Airview Base and get that AA gun online.
Spartans, this is Sword Control. Thought you could use some mobile firepower.
I love how Cat always says that. That's always there. It doesn't matter the fact that we're in a freaking Wraith tank. Yes, let's take that chain gun Warthog, because it's so powerful. I was actually really disappointed when I watched this, or when I played this, and did not get these, did not mop these guys up as fast as I have, or was doing for the runs. I mean, that's a nice kill-tacular, don't get me wrong. How that elite's still alive, I don't know. Dude, that ghost got totally wrecked. Totally wrecked. That was not a bad troll ghost. I still would have loved to have smashed him with the Wraith boost, but yeah, I swear I know you can do that in this game. I still don't know why that didn't work earlier, but anyway. Hoping to get right up on that roof, give that general something to think about. But yeah, we're gonna take out this Warthog full of heretics. You should not be using the human weapons. That is against your religion. I think this is what the Wraith Mortar is for, is to just kill these guys one by one. And I love how I say that. As soon as I say that, 3 show up in the kill zone. I love how we put that mortar like right on that dude. It doesn't kill him, but then he like almost kills himself with his own weapon. That would have been awesome. Sometimes you can get him. Sometimes he gets stuck over there, right at that corner. I was really hoping to get that. That would have been nice. That would have shortened this level by a little bit. Thanks, but no thanks, dude. Where are these freaking Rangers? Because for the love of God, that concussion rifle will blast this Wraith to smithereens. In no way, shape, or form do I agree with it being an anti-vehicle weapon of any import, but it will be. And normally they come running out. I'm not really sure why they aren't out yet. Normally they come, you kill I mean, I've killed most all their stupid grunts. But, you know, we'll get them there. That's fine. Alright, so let's get up here, man. There we go. That didn't take as long as I thought I remembered it taking. I think it was the Rangers, I guess. I should have, those were the ones that took so much time. Let's grab the rest of the sniper rifle. Press this button. And even though you don't need to do it in the right thing, I got in the habit of doing this, and so I really like taking this thing off the ship, but then it takes my reticle away just as soon as I get a shot down on it. Now this Revenant will actually start healing itself. Look at it. If you don't shoot it fast enough, so I got fortunate there. I mean, if you looked, it starts healing itself. I have no idea why the hell that's programmed to occur, except for that, you know, I don't know. What a troll bastard is the only phrase I have for that. What a troll bastard would program it to start healing after you've damaged it while it's still on that dropship. And I swear to you, this ghost is invincible until you cross the line over here. I mean, I'm probably wrong about that, but I swear I've shot him so many times, so accurately, and, you know, just not get the kill. And, of course, it was the grunt turret, actually, that brought us to the fiery state of the Wraith, so now we got to be more careful than I really want to be in a freaking tank. All because of stupid grunts and their stupid auto cannons and garbage. God, it felt so good. That mortar felt so good. But it just landed right behind the Revenant. So we get rid of that troll. And toot sweet, I might add. Well, maybe not that fast. That could have been faster. Look at that troll. He came right over with a perfect shot. I mean, I am a pretty big target here. I guess he probably did see the body of the Wraith. I don't know. Maybe that was actually a fair shot. But so was that one. But notice how we only have two to deal with because we shot the other one to death. Even after it tried to heal itself. Garbage. That grunt. I'm totally leaving his ass behind. I can go hunt that idiot down. You come out and fight or get left behind. You can tell the story of the destruction I've wrought. Demolish? The demolish I've wrought? What was that going to be? Alright, so we got our target locator. It's still there. As long as this elite doesn't drag my reticle, if I put it in just the right spot, we should be able to nail this down. Look at this ice skater. See how fast that idiot moved? On a planet whose gravity he's not familiar with. I just want to throw that in there. Just how absurd it is, how well they can move. I mean, up and down stairs and ramps, dude. You'd think they've been on Reach for, I don't know, since birth. I don't know, what am I bitching about? Four shots to kill you. Man, I miss the old days. I miss the old days. Oh, we've got a Sabab over there. Well, I need that sniper rifle for the old the hunters over there, just in case the rockets don't work. So we can't let this guy go. Did you see him dodge it? It wasn't even locked onto him, but he dodged it with a BS computer game move that. I mean, he didn't even have to do his the animation, the old evade animation. He just magically moved while turned around. Alright, if we can't kill these dudes with the rocket launcher, which it appears as if we're not, because they are just running now all of a sudden, as soon as we show up. They're not even looking at us, but they're running already. And every other Halo I've played prior to now, that would have been a great shot because you'd have got the splash damage for both of them. Think about that ODST video I put out recently for Coastal Highway where one of the where it takes 2 rockets as opposed to the 4 it now takes. It takes 2 rockets to kill the hunters, but one of the rockets caused enough splash damage so that it only took 1 rocket, so it was 3 total for 2 hunters. Gone are those days of a powerful rocket launcher. Come on out, Elite, dude. I got something for you in here. Let's see. What are we going to use? Shotgun will be fine, right? Yeah, we might as well go ahead and grab it.
Firing on target.
I mean, how useless is Cat? I mean, why is she letting this happen? I don't understand it. I love how his head twisted when I punched him. Makes me think I broke his neck. What you should have been doing, Cat? I mean, Cat can get pretty crazy on those elites, man. But she just stands there, letting it happen. Because she's supposed to be my equal.
Platforms that could take it down to the single Mac round.
He doesn't even need to see it. He doesn't even need to see it, man. He has like a whole animation thing there and everything. He doesn't even need to see the grenade to know it's coming. Sad. Sad what we've came to. This dude can't even die from the splash damage of 2 grenades in an enclosed space. But whatever, dude. Whatever. So, I mean, dude, you think I'm going to take my chances now? I can't have any fun with this guy. Well, maybe I can have some fun with this guy. And I don't have a single grenade to my name, which is unusual at this part, but oh well. I mean, that Elite Ultra will throw grenades all day long, but he can't drop any, can he? Nah. Hell, drones drop grenades in Halo 2, but not the Elite Ultra that throws them like fastballs.
Depend on it.
I think that dude literally killed himself with his own grenade. Of course, yeah, the Marines were standing right there, so I totally don't blame the AI for throwing it. Look at this dude. Nah, it doesn't hurt that bad. It's just right beside your face. Ugh. And this is the worst part of the level. By far the worst part of the level, if you play it casually. This bottleneck here is absolutely worthless. You can't do anything. All these dudes do is just attract grenades all the time. You can't move forward. I tried to push that guy in there so he'd die sooner, but, you know, a lot of good that was going to do. And for some reason, I just got the feeling that that Elite didn't have a shield, and he did not somehow. So, thank you, Marines. And thank you, Suiciding Grunt, for rewarding me. Or us for killing your boss there. Alright, so this is the worst shooting exhibition of the entire... all 9 levels. Look at this. I finally get them. I mean, I blame myself, but I think part of the reason is they weren't facing me, and it's just something about reach. It's like, if they're not facing you, the game makes it really hard for you to shoot them sometimes. It's like, it's just the anti-flanking rule in this game. Yeah, don't die to a grenade. Don't die. Don't die to a grenade that's thrown in an enclosed space right beside you. I guess you're putting your reticle on an elite or an enemy and throwing a grenade. It's not going to hit them like half the time. It's going to go through their character. It'll find somewhere else to go besides where you're pointing. But hey, we got a shotgun. And we've got enemies to kill, which means there's a lot of fun to be had. Well, not anymore. Now we have to do this. Because the second worst part of the mission is this bottleneck right here. But it was worth it all to have that guy say, "Take that, bastard." That was actually pretty funny. mean, where are these guys at? Come out and fight, man. You're the invading army. Why are you hiding? George, get out of my way. Alright. Try to draw this elite general to me. He takes a powder and then blows away a Marine, but he's not ready for that. And thank God the game didn't cheat me and have that fuel rod shoot out of the side of its character model.
Commander, this base won't survive another
I've had it happen at that exact spot before, so just gotta get good RNG, man. Get RNG and hope the game doesn't have it out for you. Want to troll you. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. I thought that grunt survived it. 2 rockets right in the same area. That guy survived 2 rockets in the exact same area. But, you know, we brought the DMR because this is the weapon that the developers clearly wanted us to use. And I don't get to take down the Phantom because I didn't buy this game. Emil did. Dude, you just shoot the Banshees, man. You let me handle the Phantom-related stuff next time.
I hear something.
My God, man. You got a bottomless clip over there, dude. Let me handle the Phantom. You just keep firing crap at these Banshees till they go down. Whew. I was hoping to get this one under 20 minutes. That was an ambitious goal. Oh man! So I think I was able to get. Yeah, I did. I got the ins. I did cut in the in stats here. I think for this performance. I mean, not that it's really important. You just literally saw it, but you know, it's yeah. There we go. It's something. More information to increase your vast knowledge of things. See, look at that. If I didn't get the par score. I didn't get the par score because of the Phantom thing. Actually, that par score is really out of whack. It's one of the few that's really high, and the whole reason why I'm 100% sure is because you can take the Wraith and just obliterate those Phantoms over and over again in that, where the anti-air gun is. Like, it's inordinately high relative to all the other ones, but... Well, anyway, next stop will be Nightfall on our Halo Reach Revenge Tour, but first, a little montage for you guys. Hope you enjoy. Hello everybody, we are back and we are done with trolls. We're done with all that stuff. For now. So get ready, we're on our 3rd stop of the Halo Reach Revenge Tour with Nightfall. I actually recorded this before I started doing the deathless single segment runs of the Reach campaign on Legendary, at least those attempts. And this Nightfall is very interesting. It's not nearly as polished It's not quite as speedy as you might have expect, given some of the things that I was doing to try and speed the initial combat up in Nightfall for the deathless single segment runs. And so get ready. This one's going to be a lot more rough and tumble. Is that the right word? Rough and tumble? Yeah. I don't know why I did that 360 turn, but I'm going to guess it was because there was a part of me that for just 1 second, for some reason, wanted to see if June was right behind me. And maybe, just maybe, I could push him off that ledge. He probably screwed me out of some stealth thing I was trying to do. And, you know, maybe something in this vein. I don't really know. But, I love how I can throw that grenade right at that dude's feet. Nothing happens. I know I've griped about that like 40 times, but I don't know how else to talk about it, really. I really don't understand why that's even possible. Well, I guess I'm glad June didn't get pushed off the cliff now. I mean, you know, now he's up there shooting folks that I left behind in my haste. That is one hell of a way to begin Nightfall. Just go down there and beat the crap out of that elite Ultra and his ass pals. Alright, I mean, the first thing I want to do is find that stupid Spec Ops elite. But, you know, I don't know where the hell he's at, so I'll just kill these dudes instead if I can get my bullet on that face. My reticle. The reticle where, you know, it's theoretically tells you where the bullets are going. That one. Somebody hopped down over there. I think it was one of the Rangers. There he is. And check this mistake out. I totally forgot, literally, totally forgot that they are not two-shot kills once de-shielded like the Spec Ops guys are. I guess I had that invisible bastard on my mind. But not in a romantic way. No siree. No romance with those guys. None. You know, the more I say that, the more I sound like Noble Six and him might have had a thing. And this was a mistake, too, that I made because, you know, now I would have just blown the tank up with a sniper rifle bullet like that. But he was not in the right position for that to work out the way that I had liked for it to when I was playing the single segment deathless run. So yes, he still survives. We're gonna kill him. We're gonna kill him with a bit of style. Certainly a more of a kitschy style, not necessarily with panache. Oh, that looked good. That looked good. But I had no red reticle, so I'll give the game that one. Now we got an invisible guy after us, but look at that shot. While being zapped. The only way to shoot it. The only way to fire. The only way to win. So it mucks up all my timing on killing these elite majors coming off the ship. Totally ignore... Look at that robot move over there. What was that zigzag back and forth garbage? Get that shit out of here. Alright, this is just, you know, this is Reach. You want to know why I hate this game sometimes? This is a great example right here. Look at this stick. Boom. Of course it won't kill him. That was gone after Halo 3, man. 87 headshots. Finally we got the last one. Now these dudes are ready to kill right after running, scared. All of a sudden, boy, they're ready to shoot right away. You know, during all their running while they weren't looking at me. And over here's a grenade and a pile of 4 jackals. Only 2 die because... Why would you want to reward the player for that kind of reactivity? Everything really went to shit here, but we save it, of course. Despite all of the limitations and all of the trolls and all the garbage this game engine can possibly throw at us. Including straight up headshots missing his fat face. For the love of God. I kind of wanted to go back and redo this one, but there's just something about this performance that I love that doesn't necessarily have to do with the fact that, you know, it's an overly, you know, smooth, polished thing. It kind of has its own place as a shining example within like the first 5 minutes of how to, I guess, save it whenever the game engine just wants to shove it right back in your face. Or up your ass, whichever it prefers at the time of the shove. But like I say, we got recovery skills at a hundy. I think at this point right now, I definitely would have grabbed that needle rifle. If I could go back and do it over again, it would have helped a lot. Not sure why I avoided it. Now these guys are programmed to guard the exit to this area. And since I'm in this place right here, I'm actually taking advantage of that. I mean, it sucks that they do that, but, you know, you can see how committed they are to the position. I mean, I just shot that dude 3 times with very little opposition to my offensive attacks. That's not behaving like, you know, as I said in a comment here recently, you know, an AI, or let me say it differently, like an organic being opposing me in a, you know, simulated fantasy war between, you know, humans and aliens. No, that guy and pretty much all the AI in this damn game seem more programmed to prevent you from succeeding or proceeding. That seems to be their main goal. I mean, you get some quasi-organic behavior every once in a while, but for the most part, that generally seems to be their goal, especially if you start trying to succeed or trying to proceed in a way the game doesn't want you to. It definitely feels more like a game than it does like a quote-unquote simulated attack. Like, I mean, that dude moves as soon as I depress the trigger on that grenade. He can't see me, but he knows something's going on. He generally knows where I'm at. Of course, now I'm out of cloaking. Of course, the grenade right by him is not going to de-shield him, much less kill him. So, you know, we'll just have to kill him the hard way. Harder than any Elite Major and any other Halo I ever played before this one, that's for sure. And not for a lack of trying. I keep hearing the little grunts, you know, barking and chirping, and I don't know if one's got grenades akimbo or if one's just in there huddling. I kind of like what that guy was doing, was huddling. The huddling maneuver. Taught to him at Covenant Grunt Battle School. Not to be confused with Covenant Grunt Charm School, which that guy did not attend. We got more trolls on the way, just not right at this second. That actually worked out pretty well, thank God. And shooting through the texture there, that tree was kind of nice. But no, we got more troll. You just wait and see how fun it really gets. Now I bring this turret over exclusively to kill Gutas. Perhaps to make a nice Guta roast at some point. If June and I are hungry on our super secret recon mission that we can't stealth because the game won't let us. I kind of fire a couple of warning shots and I decide I'm going to take out some of these grunts instead and, you know, just to speed things up without speed running it. And whoa, what happened to my turret? Oh gosh, it's trapped in the geometry. Unattainable. Thank you. That's just awesome. Now I gotta waste sniper rifle rounds because of course I don't have any plasma grenades. This game only lets you have 2 at a time and it doesn't drop any of them ever. And finding developer placed grenades is like trying to find a unicorn in a snowfield or something. I don't know what a snowfield is, but I'm betting there's no unicorns in them, that's for sure. I mean, they don't have enough fur. They don't have thick enough hides. Oh wait, I'm talking about a freaky mystical animal being. Cryptozoological something or blah blah blah. Alright. On to the next section, which is my least favorite section in Nightfall by far. But it's a section in a game, in a franchise I have liked a lot, so, you know, we're going to try to have some fun with it. We'll see.
Magnums, security sidearms, standard issue.
If only my Spartan Mjolnir armor allowed me to move as fast as a MOA.
Noble do, but that's some sort of bump station. ammunition. Got eyes on civilians.
Oh yeah, dude, you don't even know where I'm at. You haven't even freaking seen me. And I know you wouldn't be hiding over there if I didn't have this sniper rifle on your face.
You heard us, Six. Keep those
It's
civilians
cheat,
alive.
man. Why? Why?
Give us a hand!
Love of God.
Bastards just keep coming!
Is this where things get ugly? This may be where things get ugly. Yeah, of course. I shot him, 3 times, and he's not dead because why would he die? Why? I have to spam the needle rifle over there, which I was just giddy about. And these slight bastards, I mean, if there's anything in this game that should be one-shottable with a sniper rifle, it's these dudes. Nah. I mean, you can, if you land a headshot on those little robots, little drones on wheels. I gotta admit, now, I probably wouldn't take this time. I'd probably just figure out a way to, get rid of that elite that went off hiding somewhere, and then just, I don't know, run over there with this gun or the shotgun or the pistol that's right at my legs somewhere down there. Alright, let's just catch this guy off guard. There we go. Nice. Skill rewarded for once. I don't even know where the needles could go. The circle's right on his face. I mean, at least get a super combine in like less than 40 shots. Now, of course, they're nowhere to be found. I got a sniper rifle out. Dude, they already know, and they're running. Why? Alright. I think there's like one human alive over here. One rebel that's still around. In the, somewhat not terrible attempt to conserve sniper rifle ammunition, even though I don't really know if you need to do this. I decided to come over and pick up his gun. And then just continually run over my gun for ammunition for it. And, yeah, 8 extra bullets. These bullets are invaluable against these ice skaters and drones on wheels and grunts and jackals that can take multiple shots to kill with powerful weapons. This grunt pulls a magic trick. Watch this, dude. This is just magic. Grunt magic. Whee! And June shoots him out of the sky like a pro.
A little more action than we're used to. Spartans are good in a fight.
What are you doing?
I tried to keep those fools alive, dude. I killed the gunner on the thing.
Didn't like leaving it to someone else to protect our home.
Shot the elite 3 times. He
For this.
somehow stayed alive. The other dude ran off. I don't know what happened to anybody else. Who knows?
What, you got
I used to
the last
refuse to pick up a DMR until the last part of the level. Those days are long gone. We gotta do this stuff fast with swag. We can't be horsing around with the pistol. Or I don't know, some other weapon. Dude, just stop moving. I thought I did us a favor by doing that. Really hard to shoot them off the dropship and when you don't do it a lot. And of course, I missed that shot because the grunt on the turret can see me all the way the fuck back from there, even though, I've got cloaking on. But that's fine. That's fine. I should be used to it by now. And we kill that major on damage because, majors suddenly were bullet sponges beyond even what they already were in this game. But eventually, once we get the DMR rolling, because that's the only weapon the developers seem to want you to use, things start to change. Our fortunes are reversed, if you will. So go back and feed off of my sniper rifle. Leave the 2 developer placed ones over in that case. Because if I wouldn't have picked this one up when I did, it would have disappeared. I think we actually, we have a fair amount of luck with the DMR here, with them coming off that dropship. That wasn't terrible. We got 3 of them. I was really off just wanting that gunner, but, just kept shooting grunts because, shooting grunts off those turrets is pretty hard. Developers really wanted those dudes to survive
I'm in place.
a lot longer than they did when they were, there in Halo 3. Which was the first time we saw grunts on turrets like that, off dropships. Oh, another stick on a major. Again, unrewarded unless we use the developer favorite DMR. I kind of walk back from this because, you know, turrets suck. They will rip you apart so fast. You know, you can't really enter the combat when they're in this. That's why I hate this section by far. I mean, that is easily the biggest reason. This dude thought he was going to get away, but no such chance does he have. I was absolutely and utterly determined to kill as many elites as possible with the sniper rifle, or at least try. It's just too easy to take out the noob combo. And by God, this is supposed to be a sniper mission. By God, I'm gonna try to make it one, despite every effort to stifle that that approach. Just come on, just get that head in there. Come on. Pick up some more DMR. And I see some action over here from this Elite Ultra, and we just pop him in his face hole. Watch this shit. Look at that. Well, that's 2 face shots. That's 2 shots to the face. The game says, nope. No soup for you. DMR. Or by God, you'll never kill this bastard. Where were you hiding and why? Look at this dude. Oh, they must have been hiding in that little alcove or whatever there, under there. Something or another.
No movement. Nothing else alive. Human or Covenant.
Now, I grabbed a plasma pistol here because I had this really wacky idea that I shouldn't have even thought about trying. I should have just brought the DMR. I mean, there's DMR where we're going, don't get me wrong, but maybe the rocket launcher, you know, that would have been good. I don't know what my idea was here. I honestly don't remember 100%. So when I watched this, my first thought was that I was bringing it for just pure safety, just in case I needed it. And at some point, I would have one soon. But then I started remembering that maybe I was going to try and overcharge the general with the plasma launcher, as opposed to having to snipe him 20 times in the face, or however long it takes to get skill rewarded in this game with the sniper rifle. I just don't remember. But I do regret, as I watch this, not bringing that rocket launcher. That would have probably also not done as much as I would have wanted it to, but you know, you can always have hope. So you know, I usually like to kill this guy if he's staying there, and for some reason, June screws this up. I don't know how these guys see us. Yeah, look at that. I'm gonna tell you what, that does not normally happen. So yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was definitely going to overcharge him and see if I could get that to work, so I didn't have to waste as much sniper. Again, the best, or even the worst, or even the most fair to Midland laid plans, they all have an equal chance of failing by random garbage in this game. Unless the plan involves what I'm doing exactly right now. This plan works. Shooting everything with this weapon. I love this shot here. That's just after the 2 shots of that dude's the major's face, the last elite I killed there in the previous section. That was pretty rewarding. So there's one elite left up there, an ultra nerd is what I say. But yeah, I don't know. I can't remember how he dies. I'm forgetting for some reason. It may have been some sort of weird thing where June were in some sort of combat and I just shot him, or I don't know. It was some weird something or another. Believe it or not, there's some DMR ammunition right over here as well. So again, no need to bring the DMR in here. Unless June starts shooting it. Well, no, it doesn't matter because the case is on both sides. I mean, there's a case over there, there's a drop over there. So, yeah, no need to really bring any of that stuff into here. But still somehow you feel naked without it, don't you? Yeah. Now this is some fun BS right here. I love this. I just come up here just to... I'm trying to draw people out. I don't want to get into Grenade Alley over there. I really don't want to turn on the night vision because it kind of screws with the fidelity of the video. I gave up on that when I was, you know, playing other runs of this, but you know, I don't know. I love the colors and the hues of this level without the night vision on, and you know, after a while you get used to be able to see most of the enemies in it, you know, so it's not that hard. But yeah, it's this stupid skirmisher. Every time I come up here, or look or something, he's not available, and then all of a sudden he runs off like that's crap there. And dude, come on, man, just show your face. There we go. Finally, something to cheer about, if that's even cheerable, cheer-worthy. That's just a shot to see if a red dot moves, because usually these guys are a little bit more aggressive than they're being right now, and this dude is hiding up in the weeds. I didn't see him there when I was playing. I remember that distinctly, but you know, didn't cost us too much. Now all of a sudden red dots everywhere. Our minimap has the measles. Well, before I went into camo. Here's the ultra. That's what happened. Dude, June bought this game. I didn't buy this game. Let him get that kill. Even after I shoot the elite 3 times with a high-powered sniper rifle. It doesn't matter. It's not important. It can take the hat off an elite 1,000 yards, but it can't take the leg off an elite at 3. So, if I don't bring the rocket launcher, I usually just come over here and go into camo and hope that they don't cheat and see me anyway somehow. I tried to take this guy off the turret, but again, this Halo 3, this is not. You know, you can shoot him right in his face, but he gets some sort of magical damage resistance there. So instead of worrying about him, I just decided to take out these hunters the way I like to take out these hunters, which is snipes to the back, which in my opinion is much easier than, you know, up to 4 rocket launches rockets. And I don't know why this dude's got a hole in his roof. I really don't understand it. I mean, what is this, really? Why? There we go. Usually an invisible elite comes around and tries to mess with you over here. I really don't know where his ass is at. But this dude's going down. Yeah, they are really, truly, sufficiently distracted by June. One of the few instances where the enemies really do focus heavily on the friendly AI as opposed to you. That's right, dude. That's what happens. Dude, I'm waiting, man. Just come on up here. Stop horsing around. Let's get the show on the road, dude. Look over there. Oh, now he sidles in. If you can see the little wibbly there. He doesn't really take advantage of it because I guess the game didn't want to really troll me all that much. But, you know, he's going to go down. I'm not going to let him win. Can't be doing that. So I made a decision to speed things up here, and I decided not to go get any more of the sniper rifle ammunition, which is actually on a rooftop over there. And that doesn't really come back to haunt us or anything. I just thought that was worth pointing out. There is ammunition over there. It's up on one of the roofs. That's to the, you know, farther back to where we weren't really at very much. It's over there, I promise. And, you know, it was about this point where I was like, well, maybe I should have went and got it. Maybe June would have come over and opened the damn gate.
Okay, got him. Unlocking the gate.
Recon Bravo. They're heading into the dark zone now.
Understood.
Finally,
Too close for comfort.
we get one of those bastards again. And I forget about that garbage turret for just 1 second. And that one too, but yeah, go ahead and shoot accurately right at me, dude, from way over there where you can't see me. Go right ahead, you troll bastard. So fun. I mean, I would wait to use the DMR on these dudes, but what's the use? I mean, come on. Come on. If I run out of sniper rifle, then, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. I got DMR. I can pick up a plasma pistol and do it the easy way. Get wrecked, dude. Not gonna happen today. At least not with you. I guess I got all those grunts. I really don't know how many are, for lack of a better way to put it, eligible for going up there to take that turret. I know there's more over here, but I don't know how many will like make a beeline for it the closer I get. I guess this guy will. He looked to be doing that. There's another one over here somewhere. There he is. And there's that guy. Hiding in the textures of the grass that they can see through perfectly, and I can't. We can both shoot through it, but, you know, it's a matter of vision. As I said before, or not so far in this video, I mean, I don't actually think they hide it on purpose. I don't think they are aware. I think they are not aware of its existence. And so, you know, they can shoot me through it, and I don't even know where they're at. I could have probably been a little more aggressive here by looking near or beside the turret. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, now we're good. Now we're doing it. I think this dude's just going to take it, which will make him easy pickings. I don't really know if the best thing to do is to come out of camo here. I don't know if it will really help. I don't know. Now, there we go. Just brute force it if you got to do something. Now, there's two elites down here. They both get shot. But, you know, just really absolutely not 1 inch of stun or concern. And while I'm in camo, even though I was briefly out, of course, when I fired the shot, they were able to, I mean, not only scope me out, but, like, knock my scope up. Because, you know, that's how the sights work in lore. Actually, it's a part of your armor in the lore. And so, you know, there's no reason why you should be affected by a plasma bolt. I mean, Halo 4 is really, that's the only game, right? It's the only one that stopped that crap. I mean, it's been in every Halo, so don't get me wrong. I mean, it's become a damn near staple, but yeah, scoping you out when you get hit, I mean, it's just so old school. Dude, come on. Forget it. At this point, I don't care anymore. This dude is not getting away. He's going to sit over there and have his shit recharge. Sick, man. Just, yeah, with, you know, the headshot, it's not going to work. Man, you put the reticle around his face. Alright, whatever. High skill, low reward, the power weapons in Halo Reach. But you know what? I'll give him that. It's all the more rewarding on a, I guess, from a gamer's perspective, when you do you do nail kills with it. Like, you know that shit was hard because you were using a power weapon, and it's Halo Reach. But you know what? I remember going back to that case, and I'm like, I'm not missing a shot. I'm not missing another shot. I'm not missing another shot. Let's see if I hold to that promise that I made to myself silently in September when I did this. So I like to shoot the grunts off of these turrets because off this turret, if you do, sometimes the Ultra will take it over. That dude's dead. So not a missed shot yet, but sometimes they will take it over and make them very easy pickings. They're much easier to shoot than the grunts are, of course. Oh, you fired at me earlier, but not so much now, huh? I see how it goes, man. I mean, it's not like I've been in camo this whole time, but oh well. I see that elite down there scurrying around like a bunny rabbit. Yeah, you're dead too. Told you, man, no more misses. No more misses. Now he's dead, and watch this Ultra take the bait. I love it. I love it. I don't know why I take 4 shots when it normally takes 3 if they're all... the last one's to their face, much less all of them, but one thing I did not anticipate is, you know, the possibility that there might be grunts left over even after killing the Ultra. I legitimately thought the Ultra wouldn't jump in there unless all the grunts were dead, so, you know, you got to give me some credit on that. That wasn't a terrible save. I mean, sustained fire against that thing is quite deadly. So we'll just keep on moving up gently, ever so slowly. Not sure who's firing at me over there, but they're going to get it. I promise you that.
Solid copy.
Yeah,
Don't
dude.
Stop now.
That's right. You're going to get it. You were who I had in mind. Let's get that grenade down there and see what happens. Oh, nice. That worked. Thank God. Another one. How about that? Yay! Oh, a stick. A stick. On a jackal. This is my least favorite part of the end of this mission. I tell you, man, I don't remember how long ago it was. I don't remember what difficulty I was playing on. I don't know why, but I swear to God, there was a grunt hiding down in that grass. I'm walking to the end. I just see a grenade fly out of nowhere. Game over. So that's Nightfall, everybody. I added in the in-game stats here, clipped that into the video because I did record that separately. I'll be doing that for all of the videos. Be sure and check the description for the challenge so you can win an Amazon gift card or H5 gold REQ Packs. So be sure and look at that and find out what you need to be able to do in order to attain those prizes. Alright, so up next, we will have another short little montage, and then we will be moving on to stop number 4 on the Halo Reach Revenge Tour, Tip of the Spear. Oh, and real quick, please leave any feedback on this project in the comments section. This is only part 1. It's possible I will read it before I get to part 2. Otherwise, we are moving forward with stop number 4, Tip of the Spear. But first, again, a special little video for you. we're back after that wonderful death montage with the 4th stop on our Halo Reach Revenge Tour, Tip of the Spear. You know, you have to get ready for Tip of the Spear. You have to be prepared. This level can be a little trolly when you play it casually. It's got a lot of hang-ups. It's got a lot of, I don't know, halfway kind of broken parts. Things that can go weird and not to plan. And I mean, I'll try to walk you through some of those things that I saw as I've seen as I played this level over the years, particularly on the higher difficulties. Speed running it's one of the easiest levels, even for someone like me who doesn't routinely speed run, but casually, you never quite know what you're gonna get. So let's get started with this thing ASAP. Just making sure that you see the stats there. This is truly a legendary difficulty run and so forth. I'll show the stats at the end like I've been doing. Just kind of cut that in there. Because I really don't like recording if I don't have to while I'm actually playing. That kind of gets annoying after a while. You get your mind on that stuff. So recording from the theater is so much easier to do. Alright, so I always like to start, even though it's a total waste, just see if I can EMP that dude and make him crash. Just for fun. You can't actually EMP him and steal his Banshee. You can EMP it to come very close to you, but you can't actually steal it. Kind of sucks. But I guess understandable. So the aimbots did hit me a little bit there on the way over here, but that's okay. We just take 3 grenades to each of these turrets and get rid of those. If I see the elite get close to those turrets, then I will slow down and let him get in. Because if he gets in, of course, he will die very fast whenever I shoot the grenade at it. I'm trying to whittle the shield down. I thought that EMP got close to him with the grenade launcher. I'm not sure why it's not stronger. It is considerably harder to get that thing to land than it is a plasma pistol tracking round. So anyway, such is the way of Reach. They develop a cool weapon and then nerf the hell out of it before you get to really play with it. But so I gotta go over and grab a health pack as a result of my risky approach. I mean, by the way, that whole thing where you go to the left, I mean, that's really not risky at all unless you stupidly take the time to EMP the Banshee, which I just can't not do for some reason. So because needle rifle rounds are so powerful, I like to go ahead and headshot these guys if my skill will allow it. And then because I don't want to deal with the ghost, this guy who's going to be setting up over in the next section, I don't want to deal with him later. I'd rather go ahead and deal with him now. So let's just, you know, see if we can run him through. See if my rocket dude will effectively rocket him. For some reason, I wanted to check over here and see if maybe the other ghost would have been over here as well, but I think that's largely impossible. If that guy's going to make it over there, I think the way the game engine's set up is you're going to have a ghost in one area or the other, and not both. So now that we've got that ghost's attention, we will most certainly focus on it, right, Marine? I mean, it is the bigger threat relative to those grunts. We've got Kat trying her best to get back in after stupidly getting out. Hopefully we can finally get a rocket to blow up that ghost, and it does, of course. As you saw, I'm a little behind the action, I think, with my commentary here. So, you know, I'm not, you know, I can tell you right now that this Marine with the rocket launcher is going to rip these dudes up a lot faster if I get out. I don't know why that is, but it just seems to be the case. But if he doesn't, then I'll just use the old DMR, snatch a couple of headshots. Now, you always have to be mindful of where this pile of crap is at. Sometimes he enters the battle a lot faster. Of course, you've got these mortars coming from the back of the map somewhere that will hit you dead on if you're in the way. I mean, literally, you can't just, you know, avoid running into them. They will actually magic mortar you just like the Wraiths will. It is absolutely the most garbage troll that I think I've ever seen, even in Reach. I mean, just pure troll factor. It's number one. But we do take care of the Revenant, which can kill you in one shot with that red foam. And I only call it red foam because if you fire it, that's pretty much what it is. You can barely kill a grunt straight up. You can't kill a jackal straight up, but he can blow you out of the warthog pretty easily. And he spams the hell out of it. And it's ridiculous. It curves, it aimbots, it can come out of the side of its face. It does all kinds of crazy stuff whenever they have it. So, big part of the troll is of this level. The trollishness of this level is the first half of it, no doubt. Or the first, I guess, section of it here, rather. And I'm having to be ultra careful because I don't want to have a grenade come out of nowhere from behind, you know, someplace I'm not looking from this dude. I mean, gosh, I don't know why that doesn't track. He didn't even evade it. I guess I'll accept why that one didn't track, but a third one finally does. We jump around and stuff and make it happen. I don't know why this guy suddenly goes to shooting after running around like he was scared, but I'm assuming it was because I got close to him. As you can see, the concussion rifle not even remotely as devastating when it's in your hands, but, you know, so goes the ways of reach. So let's grab us a plasma pistol. We already grabbed the DMR ammo near the Falcon crash. And let's run our asses over here really, really fast. We are on a massive timer here. We got to go really fast. Part of the reason why I didn't give two craps about that Marine. Because I was concerned about his behavior here. But Cat hops on the turret and, you know, pretty much replaces the Marine. So I guess it really didn't matter. But yeah, I like to come over here and just bash this Wraith to death of late. One of my favorite strats. Notice how I stopped bashing it so I could use the Wraith for cover against the skirmishers effectively. So I waited till it turned fully, and when I dropped off, I wouldn't be in a firing line with these robot bastards. Alright, so let's get in this broken down Warthog. I'm going to take her off of it because I really, really don't want her messing with anything. She actually did good for us there. She took out one of the skirmishers, but oftentimes she'll just bounce them around the map and then I can't shoot them and blah, blah, blah. So again, due to the powerful anti-vehicle properties of the needle rifle, and, you know, this guy can take 4 headshots to the face, but, you know, that little circle don't mean shit. The DMR is almost always going to be random when you don't want it to be.
Copy that. I'm waiting on new intel. See what you can see.
But we move on. Because we don't care about such things. Such trolls will not be a factor. Well, at least not for the next couple of seconds. Throw a couple of rockets at that turret. I'm not sure. I thought it blew up. I saw that blue over there. That energy box is right the hell beside it. 2 rocket salvos. You think the turret would be done. I hear it firing because this game is a piece of crap. So this takes just a smidge longer. But again, not going to slow our roll today, pal. Not going to happen. And these dudes, usually I prepare for them to come right after you because, you know, they know exactly where you're at, and those Marines over there don't count anymore. They can't be flanked. Enemies can't be flanked in Halo Reach. That's cheating, apparently. So, even though it was a nice little part of so many wonderful sections in previous Halos. But you had to check one more time to make sure there were no grunts over there that would hop in that turret and chew me up pretty fast as I make my way towards the BXR facility. This dude thinks he's going to get away. That's the last thing that's going to happen. And instead of skipping through using the pipes as I was during my deathless single segment runs, I decide instead, of course, that we're going to take this thing with no skips, no exploits, and we get a nice little environmental kill there with the propane gas tank or whatever, and then we get the grenade kill on the jackals. That dude somehow survived it all, but whatever. So now we got a couple of grunts, a couple of jackals, an elite that's going to be supporting them. We got some jackals over to the left that can be a little trolly, but yeah, it doesn't matter. We're going to make this work come hell or high water, and that is indeed what happens. I'm not sure why that dude threw that grenade over there, except for that I guess that's the last place he saw me. Beautiful stick on that elite there. Somehow the jackals survive it, because, you know, they weren't close to him. And that kind of stuff doesn't matter anymore. Of course, notice we had the overcharge to the elite, so he would actually die to the stick, because that's no longer a hard ping in this game. This jackal has survived multiple splash damage grenades, it doesn't matter. This grunt gets his ass handed to him, even though he's, you know, throwing grenades out of nowhere or whatever. Dude, we don't care anymore. Forget these trolls. We're just gonna bowl our way right on through like a wrecking ball. That dude gets it because, you know, he needed it. And then, just for fun, just to mix things up, I'm a big fan of using alternate weapons than the ones that are most, I guess, prevalent, or the most successful, and probably the most easy to use since we're playing Reach. And I decided to take this turret here to whittle down this old, the old zealot here, who really doesn't have a backstory. There's no real explanation for his presence here. But you know what? He decides he's going to hang back like he never does. I guess, I don't know, just to waste my time. But you know, actually, this is a really decent way to whittle down his shields without having to get too close to him and these grenade-happy Spec Ops grunts. And we just go to headshot and everything, because that's what this game wants you to do. Getting close to them will result in several grenades and overcharges being thrown your way. You won't survive it. So these, more of these Spec Ops grunts down here. This dude knows where I'm at, of course, because he's part of the AI and he's hiding from me, but finally he comes out. This dude comes out too. I just, you know, go ahead and use the easy route with him. This guy's hiding in the corner, ready to overcharge us, because he knows exactly where we're going to drop down. This guy gets stuck on the face, because that's what happens. That guy I missed, because he did some weird turn as soon as I depressed the trigger. But he gets an elbow to the eyeball, and he's all set. So before we move on with the plasma launcher and plasma pistol, I go ahead and headshot those grunts so they don't jump on these troll-ass ghosts. Let's get the red foam machine, just, you know, just as a way to drive through here more so than anything else. But since we're not skipping anything, we gotta whoop these dudes' ass, right? Well, we missed once, but that guy looked like he was preparing to try to board us, and that programming doesn't work very well with evasion as I thrust it forward. So we finally red foam everybody to death, and now it's on to the next AA gun section. Probably one of the more RNG / broken battles in the game. I mean, you really never know what you're going to get here if you come up here and destroy this AA gun early, which is pretty much the best way to do this by far, because of how difficult it is to actually operate over in that next section with the armaments you have. So, but even if you don't destroy this early, there's always a chance that one or both wraiths will go off the cliff, or not, and be a menace, and or available for you to steal. This AA gun sometimes goes down really fast. Sometimes it takes waiting for the, you know, cooldown to occur a little bit so you don't overheat it. But, you know, we get it taken down. And we still, I believe, have a wraith to take over. So that's really nice, but unfortunately that's not what happens here. And you'll see why. So I'm going to finally headshot that grunt in the face. Now sometimes when you do that, which you, by the way, have to do, to steal it, I mean, you could try hitting him with the red foam, but that's a crapshoot and blah blah blah. So anyway, I roll up in here and grab the turret, right? The elite gets out on the opposite side that I'm accustomed to. I try to shoot him dead, but then he finds an angle that I can't shoot him at, that the enemy can if they're in the turret. He stops shooting for some weird reason. Oh yeah, he wants to get in the turret, so I'm going to overcharge him. He gets back out, but he gets right back in, and I'm just like, fuck this shit. We're done. And he tries to drive it off the cliff because that's what they're best at. I don't know. I lost my patience with that garbage playing, you know, I don't know, some sort of variant of the, perhaps insensitively named Chinese fire drill. I don't know. So go ahead and grab this, and you know, I've got the other one over there, which I have, in case the Wraith goes off the cliff really fast. I don't know if I'd have saved time if I'd have went and grabbed it. We'll see. I mean, you guys be the judge here. So the Falcon right now is actually here. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's a real menace against his enemies. Sometimes it does whatever the hell it's doing now. Not really sure how to explain what it's doing now. I don't know why it's not providing steady fire on the hunters and or other infantry. I really don't. I have no idea what right now it's doing. I didn't even think to look in theater because, you know, I wish maybe I should report that to you guys at some juncture. I don't really know. And this dude is not even hurt enough to go down to 2 salvos, so yeah, now would be a good time perhaps to go back and grab that other plasma launcher I brought over here. Oh, now you start shooting, since I've already taken down one of the hardest 2 enemies to take down over here. One of the, well, hardest / one of the biggest bullet sponges is really what I meant. So instead of going all the way the hell back over there and grabbing that plasma launcher, since I'm already going to have to go all the way over here to grab this, red foam firer, I decide to use the red foam. Not still sure which would take longer. I mean, the plasma launcher would take him out in 3 salvos. Where's the Falcon? But, it's slow to do that, and again, I'd have to go all the way back and get it. So, I don't know. I'm just going to play this ring around the rosy garbage with this dude. He's got the aimbot bullshit, but hey, it doesn't really matter because I've got these rocks for cover. That stupid skirmisher shooting needles at me, which don't help at all. At least his cause. And I think it takes 7 to take him out. I don't know, 8, 9. I lost count. I don't remember. 20, 30, I don't know. And thank God that takes him out because I finally got stuck on that stupid geometry there. But so no one's left. By the way, of course, it's Halo Reach, taking away many of your hard pings, or taking the last few that were remaining. You can't actually boost into the Hunter with that Revenant and kill him. I guess they thought that was just way too easy for you to be able to do, so Hunters cannot be boosted into, even with the Wraith, to be killed. I have no idea why that is. It is massively riskier to try that, but it's high risk, high reward. High risk, high reward, or even low risk, high reward, in many ways was exiled from Reach after being such a having such a prominent place in the Halos prior for skilled players who knew what was what. Skilled and or informed players, I don't know, those are supposed to track. I tried to lead him at first, that didn't work, and then I tried to get the tracking to work, that didn't work, so eventually we take him out. And don't get trolled. Now this section can troll the hell out of you. It really does depend, I think now at this juncture I've determined largely on how these elites are placed and how much they fire their small arms at you, which can track from there for some god-awful reason. They don't normally track, but they do from here because the people who program this game like the idea of tying you to a Falcon and then having you be, I guess, subject to a firing line here. And as some of you may know from my previous videos, a piece of the Falcon can actually flake off. You can hit it with your grenade and blow yourself up, which is... I have no words for that. So I'm just taking out these dudes just for the fun of it. Just to do it. There's some more dudes back there, I think. I don't know. I can't ever get to track from there. So I try to shoot over something. I swear that's worked at some point. I don't know when or how, but anyway. So the main goal here is to, DMR snipe these skirmishers while avoiding George walking in front of your reticle. That is a severe concern here. Yep, there we go. There he goes. There he is again, but, it doesn't really matter. Because, he won't usually walk in front of you when you're shooting these guys, I think. I love my red reticle bullet bag there. It's just, oh, now it's kind of working. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Everybody goes and hides, which is probably smart. I forget to get the jetpack, which I've got to go back and get. I guess I don't even know why I forgot it, because even when I was doing my single segment deathless attempts and runs, I was still grabbing the jetpack for safety. And then I realized, yeah, I'm gonna need that. gives me the best chance, I believe, of stealing a Banshee, which is what I really want to do, if George won't shoot it down first. Total RNG. I've got to get the Banshee to come to me fast, and, you know, hopefully out of George's range. So we grab a needle rifle because we're about to run out of the DMR, and we do need a headshot weapon through here. The overfilled assault rifle is useless. That's not me just calling it useless. That was a developer decision to make it useless. It's neither a high DPS weapon nor is it a good ranged weapon. It's just has no place in Halo Reach on, I would argue, heroic and legendary at least. Oh yeah, keep spamming that shit, dude. Keep spamming. Oh, really? You knew exactly where I was going, didn't you? Yeah, of course you did. They go to whatever side you're on, because that's how this game works. They won't let you flank them. Not at all. So this is the moment of truth. By the way, that case, you can't take those can't take those needle rifles out of it. It's disgustingly stupid. But yes, you can't. But if you have a needle rifle, you can collect ammo from it. Go figure. So I really want this Banshee to come over here before George starts hammering it. Thank goodness he is not. I tried to splat that guy, but again, you know, that's just the way it is. I guess I didn't have enough boost going there. I'm pretty sure if I'd have been in the way there, they would have, and I have no idea what happened just then. Like, the tracking locked on, and then it didn't lock on when I fired. I'm pretty sure I was aiming at it the whole time. Maybe the elite got out, and that's what happened. I don't know. It locked right back on. Pretty sure I hammered that elite down there, so I don't think George, though, is going to be able to take him out. We fortunately get a nice shot on him there. And, you know, the grunts eventually start hiding at some point. They won't come out until I leave because, you know, I guess that makes sense. I've seen them not be so passive. But at some point I get just frustrated with doing this. I really don't like having to skip a handful of them, but I'm just going to let George take them out in my headcanon. The headcanon of this playthrough. And move on. Because, yeah, usually they're a little more aggressive. So I'm trying to put Banshee bombs where I think they'll be. But, you know, they're not. So as soon as I land up here, of course, I start hearing George in combat, which is fine. It doesn't matter. I just go ape here. I mean, just, you know, destroying everything in sight. I made sure his shield was down in 3 different ways, and he never even got close as a result, which was nice. Validating the strategy of just throwing everything I got at you. And there still seems to be somehow 2 enemies left. I'm not sure why that is. This is a pretty enclosed space, but it really doesn't matter, dude. We'll just hit the button and move on. So, avoiding trolls, having fun. We complete Tip of the Spear. Hopefully with a little bit of style. If not brute force. Whew. And here's the end stats that I cut in just so you'd have a chance to see them. Because, again, I did, you know, record these just for fun. Nabbing the par score there, getting it just under 23 minutes. Got us a nice handful of kills on vehicles and such. 7 shade turrets. In my mind, I'm having trouble figuring out where all those shade turrets were. But it doesn't matter. Up next, another troll montage, and then on to the big beast, Long Night of Solace. Get ready, it's a good one. Alright, we're back, and boy are we back with one hell of a stop on our Halo Reach Revenge Tour. The 5th mission in Halo Reach, Long Night of Solace, and boy can it be a long night if you're not prepared, or perhaps even if you are prepared for what's about to come your way. As most may know, Long Night of Solace includes perhaps one of the great so-called mini-games or playable set pieces, or whatever you want to call it, in the entirety of the franchise. A space, an extra-orbital, or not extra-orbital, just an orbital dogfighting section that really has no equal at any other point in the franchise, and perhaps at any other point in any other franchise that's similar to Halo. And while it is wonderful in so many ways and really blew my hair back in all the good and all the right ways when I first played Halo Reach, it became quite a bit of a nightmare on Legendary difficulty because of how the game developers designed the AI to perform under such conditions.
Any closer? It's too hot to land.
Copy that, Commander.
But we'll wait for that.
Beach, Noble.
We'll wait for that, because we don't have the dogfighting just yet. First, we get this uber nostalgic, perhaps, march up the beach. Not quite like the march up the beach in Silent Cartographer, or at the first of the Covenant, the mission in Halo 3, but, you know, it still ain't shabby. It ain't half bad. And I really did like the idea of these drop pods coming down. Thought that was a pretty cool way to introduce the enemy on the battlefield. They're not all just kind of sitting here waiting for us. But, you know, before you know it, the gameplay can start to get a little frustrating here and there. I mean, the magnum being the weapon start here, but at the same time not really having a great range, I guess. A great enough range for, you know, the distance at which you are often finding these enemies. I mean, look at that dude run all the way back there. The magnum ain't gonna get him back there. That's DMR territory. Hell, even perhaps sniper rifle territory. But that's okay. We can find our ways to get close in here. And despite his oddly quick reaction, despite being in cover and not really having his head up, we shoot him in the face. That guy gets a 2. But I swear he deserved it. And look at this dude. He made it past that initial rush. You know, remember when I threw the grenade in the midst of all those grunts? Somehow, some way, he survived long enough to present a threat there, a real threat of us being victims to the suicide mechanic so unfortunately introduced in Halo 3. That grenade would have stuck him, by God, if he was still alive and didn't go into armor lock or didn't evade at the last second, or any number of other things he could have done. Ice skated off on sand. Oh, forget it, it would have stuck him. I'm just going to go with that. So now we advance up the beach. This looks a little more like the advance in Silent Cartographer. Lots of rocks and cover and such. See if I can get a grenade up there by their feet. That would be nice. It's nice for somebody. There's just no winning here with all the needles flying around, so I decided to fly up here just in case that works, and it did. Thank goodness. A risk well worth taking, I perhaps. I was hoping to weaken that Jackal Major so my equals, my supposed equals, would take him out. I don't know if they did that for me. But this is comedy gold here. I can't melee him. He can't shoot me. Who knows what's really going on here. But, you know, we go to the old tried and true, the old favorite, and get some satisfaction. This dude is still plinking away at us with that stupid needler. Because my teammates are awesome. I mean, I handed him that guy on a silver platter. I overcharged him. And, you know, looked at him cross-eyed at one point. I think that does damage to the psyche. Now, since we're doing the kill everything, no skip, I've got to take out this Wraith. I got to do it. The first, perhaps obvious deviation from my single segment, legendary no-death attempts. And thank goodness I got one more rocket for my favorite guy here. Overkill, perhaps, on any other, or any other difficulty, or perhaps in any other Halo up until now, but trust me, you know, if you miss that guy, the splash damage ain't gonna do the trick anymore. We'd had to go hands, which wouldn't have bothered me. Wouldn't have bothered me at all. Grab us the sword. It figures into my one of my favorite strategies because of the sword's general lack of presence or usefulness in this game. So this is a forced cutscene. I really debated whether I should fast forward through them or not, and I decided not to. I decided not to because, you know, I don't know. I'm not willing to do that if you really wanted to see this. And so, you know, for you, you can just, you know, skip ahead to a point that I may or may not put on the screen for you if you don't want to see it. But if you did want to see it, and you did value whatever blather that I choose to add, you know, then you have that option. It's all about giving the viewer options. That's what I was told to be a good YouTuber. You got to give the viewer options. I was actually never told that. Just came up with it now.
3, 2, 1. Stage separation.
you know, I've seen it so many times, but I still, there's some part of me with every Halo I play, except for maybe 5. Yeah, pretty much just 5. Where like when I play it, even if I've played it multiple, you know, many times, and have seen, for example, these forced cutscenes many times, there's this part in the back of my brain somewhere back there, or in the center, maybe closer to the center would be more accurate neurologically, that I still remember the feeling. I still remember what it was like the first time you saw that, or I saw that, or maybe the second or third time, somewhere in those early times where it wasn't something you'd seen so many times and knew exactly what was going to happen. And God, I just remember how beautiful this was and how mind-blowing it really was that this is what was going to happen. You know, I didn't go and watch YouTube videos of this campaign before I played it all the way through the first time, or maybe heck, I don't even think I watched a YouTube video of this campaign for years before I had played it many times. Hence some of the bad habits I've still retained. But yeah, I mean, you know, the first time you play it, you know, that first weekend or whatever, that week, whatever it was, you know, it was pretty amazing, man. It was pretty awesome. It was pretty sweet. Not too many times that I've played a Halo game and really had my hair blown back quite like that. The only one that comes to mind is the original, that second level, the titular Halo. That was pretty mind-blowing, just, you know, in so many different ways. But I won't go off on that tangent for the next hour and a half, which I could easily do. Instead, I'm going to take out these Space Banshees. Now, I may not do the best job of taking these Banshees out, but regardless of that, I can say with absolute and utter confidence that these dudes on every difficulty level are the same. They are a one-shot kill. They're easy to kill. You know, they're not nimble anymore. You know, they're not overly nimble, and despite the slight aggression there of that one, they are completely, almost irrelevantly harmless. That's a adverb I can make up. Compared to these guys, though, I mean, yeah, they are space cannon fodder, and then you get these dudes who are like, it's almost like facing off against the worst, lowest level of grunt you could ever imagine, and then you get like the hardest elite you could ever imagine, and then put them together. That's pretty much what you get here. I mean, the Seraphs are massively more difficult to take out, and they are massively more dangerous in almost every way. It is amazing the difference. And I gotta admit, I don't remember noticing just how different, just how much more destructive these guys are until you throw it on legendary difficulty. Even on heroic, they don't strike fear in you the same way.
Weapons hot. You can be my wingman anytime.
Anchor 9er to all craft in the vicinity. Be advised we show a large attack force inbound. Combat air patrol and Saber teams are directed to engage and defend the station.
Is there any place the Covenant isn't?
Anchor 9 to all UNSC ships. Station defenses are back online. Clear the lane. Light them up.
So again, we just start off because we can only get the Phantoms to come, that we have to destroy to move forward here. You only get them to come by taking out enough of the flying craft here. I'm not sure how many it is, but you know, it doesn't really matter. I believe if you take out every single Banshee, I don't know, it may take just only a Seraph or two before you get the Phantoms coming, so it's really nice to focus on them to speed things up. Right now I am just flipping and turning and trying my best not to die. I refuse on an IL, even on Legendary, no matter how hard this level really is, I refuse to hide behind Anchor 9, dadgummit. I will dizzy every single viewer, disorient them, freak them out in every single way before I will go behind Anchor 9 on an IL for this game. Here I just, you know, I really did think for a second there that, you know, just maybe, I didn't have to switch to the Medusa missiles there, and boy was I wrong. I got down to 6% hull integrity before, you know, that was the worst of it. I was pretty much just one shot away from death then, so. note to self, the Medusa missiles are still best to switch to. It's still the best way to go.
Anchor 9 to all UNSC fighters. Multiple inbound Phantoms, headed straight for our defensive batteries. Saber teams, we're marking high-value gunboat targets now.
You might want to get evasive, Spartan. 1 in a million. In my sights.
And so now I'm just taking out these Phantoms, of course. You know, I actually thought for the longest time that these guys on Legendary difficulty took 3 salvos of Medusa missiles. To this day, I still think it's a good idea to fire 3 salvos just in case one of your Medusa missiles somehow miss, which they, every once in a while, will actually do. I think it takes exactly 2 salvos. And so I always, I don't know if I was doing it here, but I always still tend to fire a 3rd just in case. Because I swear to you, every once in a while, that second salvo, one of those missiles will go awry, something will happen, maybe one of the torpedoes it's firing hits it, negates it entirely.
Holland to Bravo 029er. Noble 5, you ready to go?
I always like to try to make it just in time, just to where, like, if you're still holding the control, you'll hear the rumble from actually making contact with Anchor 9 right as the cutscene starts.
Warning. M-spec re-entry.
But I dare not jet into it, because I think that'll kill you, and I think it can kill you even when the screen goes dark. As I once saw a video where someone, literally in the cutscene, to indicate that death, their character model was just floating end over end. Now that may have been something that was modded, maybe that was, I don't know, I've never actually tried it. I don't think I've ever played this level and toyed around with it quite that much. Maybe I should. Maybe that would be fun.
Pull up surface grid 19 by 22.
Gladly. Only sword base, sector 18G.
Thermal enhance.
Noble 5, your pulse is elevated. There is nothing you can do for Dr. Halsey and the others inside sword base. The mathematics are determinate. Noble 5?
I know.
Bravo 29er, you're cleared to re-engage thrusters. Noble 6.
Yeah, I could see this cutscene 100 more times, and it's still good. It's still really good. And I do believe the ending to this level, the ending cutscene, best one in the franchise history. Best one.
Understood, Colonel.
I mean, the only exceptions are ones that end campaigns, and yeah, I'd probably give the nod to them, to a couple of those, but as far as, you know, just a level-ending cutscene, not a campaign-ending cutscene, or a trilogy-ending cutscene,
We'll get it done, Colonel.
the one at the end of this one's, it's something. Definitely something. And it's never a good question to ask. Whether is it the cinematography, is it the story, or is it the music? Yeah, it's not a good question to ask. There's no way to know. But boy, did Marty make it special. I mean, boy, does he make it special. So let's just get up in this Banshee release here. I think 14 total come out. I usually like to try to at least get about 10 of them in there, get that Killionaire. And then I believe there's 6 Seraphs flying around. Now you have to take out all the Seraphs, including the 4 that will spawn in once you take out the Corvette's engines, before you can actually enter the Ardent Prayer. Halo Reach did that a lot. A lot of those situations. I'm not 100% sure if it was any more than the average Halo campaign, but a lot of these sections where you have to clear out the enemies, and this one probably makes the most sense for that, given the nature of the way this plays out. Well, another quasi-close call there. I was not going to be timid. I definitely wanted to play with a lot more aggression for this project than I was in the deathless single segment attempts. And if you didn't know it, those things that are dropping down there, those are actually drop pods for elites. And something you may have known is that if they do collide with you, it will immediately destroy your ship, just as it will Seraphs. Actually, I've seen Seraphs completely annihilated by those, which is always kind of cool. Now, actually, you would think this would annoy the crap out of me, and well, it still kind of does, but I actually like the timing of that. I do want to get behind the Savannah, at least for a little bit, as these next handful of Seraphs do spawn in. I think, whether it's just superstition or not, it feels like if I'm out and about when they all spawn in, it seems like they all just glue to me really fast. And without the Savannah really firing at them until all this dialogue is done. I believe that's true, I'm not sure. I just hide behind the Savannah, and then whenever the opportunity presents itself, particularly whenever the dialogue stops and I hear the Savannah firing, I will then go after the Seraphs. Even for an IL, I don't want to, I don't want to be foolhardy, even if I'm a little more risky. But look how the Savannah, look at the effect it has when it's firing on them. See, I think that was 3 of them, if I'm that I just counted them that I killed, and then none of them had shields. Something just blew up there. I'm not really sure though. That maybe it was one of the friendly ships. I think that was the Seraph, and I think it ran into the Savannah. And then 4 of the 5 Seraphs that were still available. I guess 1 was left over from the previous, or maybe I'm wrong, and 5 spawn in. But anyway, yeah, 4 were taken out without any Medusa missiles, which is awesome. Definitely wait for that Savannah to get rolling before you come out there, unless you're, not concerned with dying and really want to take that risk.
As soon as we're sure the Corvette can't squawk, we'll initiate uppercut phase 2.
Alright, now let's go in here. Kind of a scary part, but not as scary as it looks, but certainly not one to take lightly. They are actually parked up on the 2nd floor, so I always like to drop down really fast, and then it just annoys me. I know that's not the way a sniper rifle's supposed to be used, but I just hate getting that red reticle and not getting the shots to land with any weapon, much less the sniper rifle. Now this guy does something that you don't see very often when they know where you're at all times when you come in here. And so unless you hide for like a very long time, then sometimes they seem to get lost, especially if there's combat with a Marine that happens in between. But yeah, he jumps back up there and prolonged it just a little bit there, but not long enough to matter. And we still have a Marine as we start our crating process, one that I'm very fond of because it's a strat that I found all by myself and allows me to continue to use the sword on these elites as they'll come up this walkway, as you'll see in a little bit. But interestingly enough, I never really start the crating early. That just kind of came to me, and right then it was really interesting because by putting it there, the elite kind of got a little bumfuzzled and was a lot more aggressive. Usually he seems to take off running pretty fast. So I'm not really sure, but that strategy actually kind of worked in an interesting fashion there. And believe it or not, as sad as it may be, we want that Marine dead. Because if he survives and gets up to the top of one of these platforms, the grunts will not... They will be very focused on him, but not really aggressive with him. It's very weird, and it can prolong this section a lot if you try to play it the way I do. So I'm glad that... and this is really hilarious. I could have easily been killed there. I saw my bubble disappear, but, forgot that just because the bubble disappears doesn't mean that you can start to spawn one again there. You have to still wait for that cooldown or that recharge there on the equipment. And so I was just ready to pop, throw it down again, take some health. So thank goodness no one had a line of sight on me there because I was down to my last little nub of health as a result. They were particularly more aggressive there. Either way, it seemed like. Ugh. I missed a lot of shots on that guy. The grenades float in a way that make them almost impossible to use effectively, particularly the frags, because they getting them to bounce is the surefire way to get them to explode at some point. So just throwing that out there really probably didn't do a whole lot. After I probably like bounced off the wall or something. I'm not really sure why I pressed the grenade button there. I don't usually throw one there, but what the hell? It would have been an awesome kill. I let that guy get by me, which is somehow embarrassing, even though we still wrecked his ass. Yeah, you're going to see every once in a while, and I haven't really pointed them out, you're going to see me try a couple of things here and there that don't work. But if they did work, it would have been awesome. And of course, there's a couple things that I tried that were awesome that could have failed all the same, I did want to incorporate just a smidge of swag here and there. And, if that grenade would have somehow killed that dude in 0G, that would have been kind of cool. I'm just not sure if my intention was to bounce it off of something, or if I don't know what I was thinking there. But, since frags aren't really that useful to me, and I'm about to pick some up in a little bit, I just, pressed the trigger to see what would happen. Took a risk. The risk of being embarrassing, that's it. Not really risk of dying, I mean. Heck, if anything, it helps. The enemies probably dodged it, because that guy was kind of charging down on me when I was a little bit out in the open there, so maybe that's why I threw it. So we pay those bastards back for lasering us as soon as we walked out from cover. Almost down to 0 health and sure death. So I'll pick up Sprint, because I'm done with the drop shield. It has served its purpose. I think I've mentioned this many times. I'd really, really wish that these Marines weren't alive. They really do mess up my attempts at stealth in the next couple of sections. But I think we make it work regardless, somehow, some way. Well, that dude was ready for us, but that's fine. That is actually not a problem. Now, this is where you gotta run. You gotta beat your Marines over here. If you want to do what I'm about to do, you gotta beat the Marines. You also have to get a little lucky, because sometimes the game tries to screw you here. But if you come down right before he sets up, you can usually get that back smack. It's just all about the timing of it. So I decide, yeah, I'm gonna, if it's at all possible to stealth the bridge, I'm gonna stealth the bridge, dadgummit. And I realize that there's one more guy left. Damn it. He'll probably be against me. I mean, I just shot 2 of his friends in cold blood, and yes, he very much is, but thankfully we get a headshot. It is my understanding that, once the Marines are against you, and certainly the Spartans, if they're against you, you can die in as little as 1 bullet from them. It doesn't even have to be a good gun. Unfortunately, we get the 2 grunts here, which means we can't stealth this. So one of those things I tried, if it worked, it would have been awesome. I tried to stick that sword lead over there, It would have been much safer or much more useful to stick one of the other guys, but that sword lead always makes it to where I can't look around. I can't really get comfortable until I kill him, and sometimes it'll take a while to kill, so I don't know, instinctually just chunked it at him. I mean, it'd been awesome if it landed, Like, even right now, it's dangerous to stay scoped in because, you don't have the map. If you scoped in, you can't see him. And what was annoying about that is that guy, if I would have just waited a little bit longer, I could have headshot that one dude. But I threw the grenade over there, and, of course, it wasn't going to kill him. He was able to hop out of cover really fast, even though, he wasn't really looking at me all that much. But, so, yeah, I mean, the bridge ended up going very, plainly, I guess. Pretty plain. Got the 2 grunts, which makes the stealth impossible, except for one. You kill 1 grunt, and then it's over after that. And I mean, I'd love to get that swaggy grenade kill, but, I've never thrown that grenade before. At least not, well, never is a strong word, but certainly not regularly. So if I would have landed it, it would have definitely been a slight bit more luck than it would have been skill, because that would have been the first time that my memory that I've ever even tried that, much less been able to land it. So here I'm not willing to sit here and wait for some perfect opportune moment. I'm just going to come after him as soon as I can. And that drop shield, or that deployable cover or whatever it is, it wasn't there, and then of course it came back and I've had to jump over it, but we made it work. It came back at just the right time to almost screw me. But not quite.
Well done, Noble 6. Uppercut initiated. Corvette is underway.
Normally I try to grenade the hell out of that door, but I think this time around I really wanted to make sure I had plasmas for the final battle. I really, truly, and utterly, and in every way refused to do this as an IL and not spawn trap the elites. So, or spawn trap most of the enemies. In order to do that, you definitely need two plasmas, and these guys don't always drop them. It's not Halo Combat Evolved or Halo 2 where they, regularly drop the grenades. So I wanted to make sure I had them, and made that go a little bit longer. But that's okay. That's all right. What is this dude doing? He's not even facing me. He was doing some sort of weird back and forth. Something I didn't even... What the... Anyway. I was looking for a better plasma pistol. It really doesn't matter. You will probably find one in the next room. That's funny, because the plasma pistol, or a lack thereof, actually plays a big part in the finale of this level. A finale which I absolutely love, but was totally improvised. We'll get to it, don't worry. Very, very improvised ending to this level. It's funny how random it is as to whether or not this elite is here and is aggressive, or if he focuses heavily on George. My preference is that he be here, even if he is aggressive, because there's so much cover back here and I got plenty of ammunition. But it's always going to be a little annoying, and this is where I got really messed up. I picked up a really good plasma pistol, and then I lost sight of it. Then that jackal who was completely focused on George all of a sudden turns around to focus on me whenever my back was turned. But whenever I'm facing him, of course, oh yeah, now he's focused on George and somehow unavailable to kill, hiding behind some crap over there. So amazing awareness these enemies have of your exact location. So yeah, I ran over that good plasma pistol, and that was back there, and now I'm just, I've given up on it entirely. So after doing a decently successful job at spawn trapping the jackals, I didn't really go headlong towards these guys just yet. Tried to look around and find a better plasma pistol, and I got something that's, and there we go, there's a decent one. Not terrible. Alright, so stick that in there, kill all those dudes, and by God, we are going to spawn trap these guys. I don't care what it takes. I'm not chickening out. And for the love of God, I swear I just tapped that thing and it does the assassination, but we still get the drop on that dude, because that's what happens. I wish you could turn that assassination off. I'd give anything. Now, this is where I just wait for these guys to come up here, and if the shit will track, we got him. We'll take him out pretty fast. So that guy goes down with a headshot. Now these two guys aren't being nearly as aggressive, but one of them is. Now this is where things get a little very unique. He won't decide which way to go. He's down there skating around. That piece of crap. He knows I'm ready for him. And look at that guard. Look at him go up and down. I mean, what the hell? Dude, come on. Motherfucker's on roller skates. What the hell, dude? So at this point I realize they are actually going to surround me. So I have to get out of there because, I don't want to be grenaded or concussed. And I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I've got 10 now. 10 plasma pistol charge. Not really sure how I'm gonna handle this part. I kept thinking, well, maybe I could pick up the plasma launcher. What the hell ever, dude? They will armor lock and evade their way right out of that shit. No chance at all. I can't find... I know that plasma pistol is the one I dropped earlier, and I couldn't remember how weak it was, but I dropped it for a reason. So I just decided to grab the sniper rifles. I mean, what the hell else am I gonna do? This dude gets it right in the face. And then this guy, is he ready to go? He's ready to go. And we finish it with the sniper rifle, which is just oh so satisfying. More so than the standard ending would have been. Oh man. I mean, you talk about going from like, I can't believe I've ran this level so well, and now I'm gonna die because these freaking robots know where I'm pointing my gun even though they can't see me. And I see that dude slide up and down like a freaking, like he's on rollerblades. I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna, it's over. I'm either gonna die or it's gonna take forever to kill these guys, and it's gonna screw up all the momentum. But then it hit me. Then it hit me. Let's try that sniper rifle. I know it's over there. I never use it anymore. And ooh golly, does it work out. It makes for the perfect ending. The perfect ending for a project like this. Oh so sweet. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is it for part 1 of our Halo Reach Revenge Tour. Legendary difficulty, no deaths, no skips, no exploits, no reverts, no restarts. Be sure and check the description for all of your gift card winning needs. For part 2, we will start, of course, with the trolliest level of them all, perhaps, Exodus. Can't wait to see you on the other side.